Hello one and all, and welcome back to Let's Play Empyrion Galactic Survival with me, Eki Thump. We're back here on sunny, glorious Oscatoon, back here on the islands, continuing work on our capital vessel repair bay. So let's get started. Between episodes, I've constructed a couple of extra pulse laser turrets and of course a replacement repair bay for the one we broke last episode. So let me drop that in here. So, big news in the game this time round. Beards. Yes, beards are on the way. For those of you who may not look at the Empyrion website particularly regularly, take a look at what's coming up for the character customization update. Their preview screenshot is of basically it's just a massive beard. That's their preview of character customization. Should be pretty cool. But yeah, I hope there's more to it than that. Oh, and the guy's bald. The guy who's got the beard is bald, so that's nice. But you know, at least it's something. There could be more coming. I wonder if they enable beards for the female characters. That would be interesting. So I've got to work out actually with this grid I'm building here. Now that I've got a bit of a few parallel lines going, I've got to put something in so that Atuin's feet don't just sink between. We've got like a central cross beam somewhere that we could do. These are corner beams. What I want is a central beam. Thin cylinders. I can only do them one way, sadly, but a grid of these. Like that, because Atuin's got big feet. So if I just did that, because when I land it, obviously I don't want him to just, you know, sink through. I want him to land on something, but I don't want to do just a solid platform because that's boring. But that might work. And cubes there. That'll probably do. I reckon that'll work. Right, let's get some of these down then. Alright, so here's the main structure. You can see we've got a lattice work of solid blocks and thin cylinders. I think the plasma cannons are trying to kill things. I don't know what's under the water over there, but we'll leave the defences to do the defence work. Here's me with a full head of hair and no beard. This is soon going to be a very old-fashioned look for an Empyrion character. Oh, it's trying to shoot whatever that is. That looks like an alien. It's a plant monster. Okay, well, never mind. So, next thing we want to do is actually go and get Atuin and see if we can land him on this thing, because it should be ready for him. It's got the repair bay in. It's got enough space, theoretically, for Atuin to land. So, let's go and see if this is actually big enough. Okay, here we go. We're approaching the base. You can see we're well zoomed out. We are at 99% health. However, we need to depower Atuin to get the base to repair him. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. We're not going to be interrupting anything, really. Okay, well, let's go top down. This is a really cool view, actually. I've played a few 2D space games in my time. They all have this kind of cool view. Okay, let's swing around and get lined up. Give me a little bit of lateral thrust. A little bit forward. Get that nose on. Okay, swing it around a little bit. Keep it going. Alright, level off and gently descend. Well, we're on. Now this platform's plenty big enough. Loads of room to spare. You know what I could do? I could put a ramp on this so that we could just leave Atto in here and the other HV can climb up the ramp to get to him. Okay, well, we are obviously not being repaired at the moment, so let us. I would actually, if we can. Will it let us depower him from below so that we can see try and see the repair bay working? That's the bay there. Let's pull the ramp in. Oh shit, I need to turn the thrusters off. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Right, power off. Yes! It works! We've built a cap ship repair shipyard thing. That's excellent. Okay, so next job after that will be, there we go. Right, he's done. That didn't take long. Great Atto in. So we power him up, turn the thrusters off. I'm not quite sure what's keeping him afloat there. Looks like I didn't have to worry too much about him landing weirdly. Ah, fuck. Okay, never mind. So obviously we're going to texture all this. But let us get some defense turrets on the side. So, same sort of design, I think. Oh. I'd like, honestly, do you know what I would like is infinite range on the drone. I accept that's probably not going to happen. Alright, so how does this sit on the corner here? Kind of jutting off slightly. So the horizontal bar sticks out 3 and then there's a square coming off that. Oh, I need to go back over there. Not enough range on the drone. Right, so we go back to standard cube. 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. And we should still be locked on to, yes, we are locked onto Epsilon base. So how far out does it need to come? So it's 1 out, 1 over. Perfect. Let me get our lovely corners on. Right, so that's the main structure of the Oscar Capital Shipyard in place. And that's a gorgeous sight. I want to put some turrets around the back of this place as well. Ooh. Let me turn the jetpack on. Just so we've got full 360-degree coverage. Although it does surprise me, we haven't seen any drone attacks yet on this place. I was expecting they'd be swarming on us by now, but I mean the one encounter we had with the troop transport wasn't even at the base. So these These should be big enough. Ah, it's perfect. It's like it's made for these. Let's whack that on there. And on the other side, plonk. How's the ammo doing on this place? Plenty left, that's good. I was a bit worried because this has been shooting at stuff as it's flown by. Right, what do we do next? There's a little bit of additional work I want to do on the underside. Where is... here it is. On this middle bit here, I actually want to thicken this up. So since we're building, let me go back into integrity mode. Get that under there. Oh god. I hate it when there's just a little, tiny little space there and I've got to get... there you go, get that in. And there's 3. So we're just going to have a nice main column here. There we are. And let's hang some lights off this part. So we've got a choice of lights we can use now. What's these ones? That'll do me. Oh god, I can't access the... if I rub up next to this place, yeah, there you go, I can access the base lights menu. So whack up the intensity, whack up the range, and I guess we want them blue. Yeah, that'll do. Same again. I do like how it remembers the settings for the lights when you're putting more down. There we go. So I was thinking this could be like a sort of maintenance area below the repair platform above, for which I'm going to need some iron fencing probably, so we'll worry about that later. Now then, there is a little bit of additional decoration I want to do as well, because we've got the pipes sort of running into these metal frameworks. I would like to have pipes, sort of mock pipes. Jesus, the light's blinding. Let me go back into integrity mode. Just running into these turrets as well. If we have a curve... ah, that's perfect. There we go. There we are. So basically it now looks like this is being fed by a sort of plasma conduit coming out of the base, out of the platform, sort of hidden inside the what will hopefully be textured to look like metal. Let us also get same thing there. It doesn't have to be symmetrical, as long as it looks sort of convincing. There we go, that one. Like so. I'm going to do the same on the other turrets. The ones on the base, obviously, their plasma conduits are hidden inside the pre-placed box and we've just plugged them in directly. But these ones, we need to build fresh. horizontal. We get a cylinder there. Perfect. And one more on the far side. Here we go. So this one obviously needs to be slightly different, because the what you don't want is for the plasma to get confused as it's flowing towards the lasers, and it helps the bullets, the plasma pellets, to navigate if you've got a variety of different layouts for your pipe work. So, pro tips. So that one needs to be that way, and then no, that way. There we go. So there's that, and obviously we also need a bit of additional piping so that the Reparium can flow from the Reparium tanks in the base to the actual repair bay. So it's coming along the middle pipe there. Obviously the plasma's going out the side conduits, Reparium through the middle one, and it comes to here. And it flows sideways, obviously, so it doesn't have to go through the pillar. Oh, hang on. Which way am I rotating this now? There you go, that's it. And along to... oh, God. Give me it back. There you go. And then obviously we want it to flow into the middle. Voila. So, is there anything else I wanted to do? We've got our lights. We've got our fancy pipe work. We've got 6 defensive turrets. The repair bay we've tested, we know it works. Got to get some iron grills, but that'll take a while, so it probably won't be this episode. So what do we need to do next? We need to have a play with some textures. Because I'm not going to do the whole base this session, but I do want to get a plan worked out for what I'm going to do. So these pipes, first of all, they are conveying like plasma and Reparium, so that's certainly an option. I'm not sure if I like that one. That looks alright, but that's what I want to use as a base, so it's probably that for the pipes. Let's see how it looks on the curved parts as well. Oh, perfect. Yes, very nice. So that'll be our pipes. Did I bring my colour tool with me as well? Yes, I did. Yeah. Well, maybe. And what do you think? Maybe. We can come back to it and fix it if not. What about this nub in here? What's on this page? What about that? That just looks like wood. What if I paint this black though? What does it look like? impossible to see, but it does look, basically, it looks like wood. So, okay, let's put it back to white. What about this one? Ah, yeah, that's perfect. That looks like what you'd expect an interchange to look like. I have another one of those there. I want to eat before I starve to death. We want to work out what we're going to do with these columns as well. So I had in mind this one for the sort of feet of the pipe. Which looks pretty good, to be honest, so we'll go with that. And for this as well. And actually this, now I think about it, was the same texture I used back on the foothold on Acua. Having sort of this as the base. And then that sort of patterned metal. Obviously we can't get that on the wood, sadly, for some reason. But if you look very closely, they have done quite a bit of work on this texture, it seems like. It's very detailed now. You can see sort of creases and scratches in the metal. It's not just smooth. Very nice. And we can have... Now this is the main structure, that's what I want to use for those. This kind of modular stack of like solid blocks. And like up top here as well. Like that, and then there's a mesh one that we can use on these. Well, that's not very, that's not mesh, is it? That's sort of studded solid. So the other one is that one. I'll fix that later. So if we go sort of around the edges with these, try and be careful not to paint tattoo in while I'm at it. Like that. And that looks good. It might need to be a darker colour, not just solid white. And we'll have like maybe this one. So if I was to do what should I do? Something like that for these. And then a bit of a lighter grey in the middle. Or even black in the middle. That'll work, I think. Right, is there anything else I need to do? Got structural work. Oh, I need to. What do I want to do for the? I can come out of drone mode now. For these pipes. Not pipes, struts even. If we had those as well. And that sort of, yeah, that sort of matches the rest of the base. Yeah, excellent. I think we're sorted. I think we've got a plan. So that is it for this episode. We're going to do some texturing next time, and this place will be ready to go. Until then, I've been Eki Thump, and this has been Let's Play Empyrion Galactic Survival. Hope you've enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more gameplay of this game, and I will see you next time.